audible enough to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Gentlemen, in our last lecture, we covered questions, answers, and today we'll try to do some other part of the exercise from lesson number 2, patriotism. And I'm sure you can see my screen. Is it so?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is something which we will cover today and some other parts. A part reads, write the contextual and dictionary meanings of the following words. Let us understand what exactly contextual meanings are and what are dictionary meanings. Dictionary meanings are those meanings on which there is a general agreement and people believe that these words are used or these words have certain meanings. And contextual meanings are the way those words are used by a certain or a specific writer. And sometimes writers make use of a word uh, slightly in a different way, and therefore, in that essay, story, or any other form of literature, we need to try to derive meanings from the text. And when you read a text and then try to understand a word within that text, that is called contextual meanings. And if you just look at the dictionary meanings of any word, and that will be a standard meaning wherever you look for that word in any dictionary, with more or less, it will be same. Okay, let us do it together now. First word is conservation. Conservation. And conservation here means contextually protection. If you see the dictionary meanings, it is preservation of wasteful use of a resource. Preservation of wasteful use of a resource, which means that the resource can be wasted, but if you save it from wasting, that will be called conservation. You can take water, okay? If you conserve water, it means that you avoid wasting it or you devise ways which help you to save water. Second one is instance, and instance can be occurrence or event. Dictionary meanings are examples. For instance, for example, that can be dictionary meaning. Third, we have fidelity. Fidelity is faithfulness. When you are true to someone, that's your fidelity. Okay. And fidelity dictionary meanings can be loyalty. Then we have shield. Shield here Contextually, you can say shield is to protect. Shield is to protect, and dictionary meaning can be a broad piece of metal, a broad piece of metal used to stop a blow of sword or any other weapon. Then we have reward. Reward is a thing given in recognition of service. And
Sir,
then
please
reward.
repeat the dictionary meaning of shield.
Shield is a broad piece of metal, a big piece of metal used to protect against the blow of a sword or any other weapon. Then we have reward, and it is a thing given in recognition of service. Reward also means prize. In B part, we see a word tree, and let's read what it says. Make as many words as you can from these root words. Okay. So you have been given a root word in the center. This is work. In the first tree diagram, or you can say diagram. It doesn't look like tree, but it is mostly usually called a tree diagram. And then you have a play in the second diagram. In the first one, work, and they have given you one example of workplace. And then you can write workable, able, able. Workable, a thing which can work as a plan. And then you can add ing form, working, which will be adjective, working people.
Sir, workship.
And then you may have a workstation. And then you can write worked, past participle. Yes, workshop. Workshop is another word which you can use. What else can be written?
Worker.
What else can be written? We have written different examples here. Okay, you can find it and write it. Okay, these were the words on my mind I have shared with you. You can Google it. You can see the dictionary, and you will find many other examples. Worth. Maybe I'm not sure about this word, but you can go ahead and you can see it. Now, second, we have play in the center. That is root word, and then it becomes playground. Then playland. You may write PlayStation, then you may write playing, even a playboy or a playgirl, though this is not very good example, but at least in English it is one of the examples. And then you can go ahead and see dictionary and write to leftover. Uh, okay. Now the C part we have using words in sentences. There are a couple of words. Now let us use them in our sentences. Okay. Use these words in your sentences. And the first word is sacrifice. You will have to sacrifice your comfort for for getting success. Okay. Second one is commendable. Commendable. Loyalty. Loyalty is a commendable quality. Let's take it to the next page so that you may read it comfortably. Number three, prosperity. Prosperity. We are working for the prosperity of of ourselves and our country. I'll give you time to note down, but first of all, let me do a couple of them. Okay. And next comes invasion. Invasion. Invasion is attack. In case of foreign invasion, the enemy will find us comfortably ready. Number five, motherland. Love for motherland is man's second nature. Second nature means something very similar to nature. It is in human nature. Responsible. Responsible citizens abide by the law. Abide by law. Abide by law. Uh, Next we have nationalism. We can promote we can promote the sense of nationalism by using products made in our own country. Okay. So here you go. Now you have some time to note down these 7 sentences, and then I'll come to you quickly back in 7 minutes. Take your time, and if you have any question, you may ask me. Yes, worker is a good example. You can add worker, approved.